And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are going to be going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. That includes a bit of transfer news, as it does look like the club are working on signing number one ahead of the summer transfer window opening. Yes, very, very exciting. We're also going to be discussing the players that current contracts are expiring, touch upon what Philippe Clement has said with regards to their situations, whilst also touching upon tomorrow as we do take on Kilmarnock and touching upon part of the title race that happened today. Well, let's start with that, of course, now, and that is that Celtic, of course, did beat Heart of Midlothian 3-0 in the Scottish Premiership, and again, this was probably a game that a lot of our fans maybe looked like as a potential that could see them slip up just because they've had a poor record against Heart so far this season. However, one very, very comfortable. I didn't watch the game, to be perfectly honest with you. You can just see the score there, that they got the job done, got 3 points. And as things stand, they do sit 6 points clear of us at the top of the Scottish Premiership. Of course, we do play tomorrow. Tomorrow is a must-win, of course, as I keep on stating. But even if we do win tomorrow and then Celtic beat us at Parkhead, they will be crowned champions of Scotland. And I did see that after the game, where it reported that Celtic had beaten Hearts, that if they then do beat us at Parkhead, they can win the title against us. And I just find that an absolute disgrace, just considering where we were, genuinely where we were a matter of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, where we were, a few games ago where we were. How we're now in a situation that Celtic could be winning the title against us at their stadium. It's utterly crazy. And those players, of course, are going to have a lot of questions asked about them at the end of the season for that. How it was left slip in the game against Motherwell, in the games against Dundee, in the game against Ross County. Those three matches could potentially see us lose our title, or lose the title that we were supposedly have one hand on. I just couldn't believe that. I just seen that. I think Sky Sports may have put a tweet out there that they could win the title against us. Should have, of course, we beat Kilmarnock. I just found that absolutely mental to see, and it really, really frustrates me just considering where we were. However, we obviously can put ourselves in a better position as we do take on Kilmarnock. We need to win that game. It's a needs must. Of course, 3 points is a must, but of course, Celtic scoring 3 goals today. We are now 8 goals behind Celtic in the Scottish Premiership table, and of course if we do go on to beat Celtic and everyone else wins the rest of their games, then Celtic will still be crowned champions of Scotland based on goal difference. It's a superior goal difference, and we need to start getting that goal difference caught up with starting tomorrow against Kilmarnock. As I stated, 3 points, yes, is the most important thing. It genuinely is, but we really, really need to start scoring goals. We really need to start scoring goals, because if we do beat Celtic, which I do say, if we do beat Celtic, I don't think we will, but if we do, we have to, then of course, we still won't necessarily win the title because of our goal difference. Theirs is far superior than ours at this moment in time. They'll still win the title if we were to win all of our matches. So yeah, very, very interesting, super frustrating, but Celtic have won their game, of course, against Hearts. We're running out of matches, but of course we need to beat Kilmarnock tomorrow. Here's hoping that we can score at least 5 goals. Yes, I am a very, very optimistic fan. Anyway, going into the summer, guys, as we know, there is going to be some wholesale changes. I think Clement basically confirmed essentially that Lundstrom and Borna Barisic were going to be going out through the door. As I reported to you from Turkish sources, I don't bring BS to you guys on this channel with regards to sort of transfer news. But we were reporting from reputable sources out in Turkey that Borna and Lundstrom had agreed deals to go out to Trabzonspor, and now of course Clement does look a bit more not confident the fact that Lundstrom is going to sign a new deal. In the last couple of weeks he said that he was confident that it was going to happen, that he wanted him to stay, but recently has kind of reserved that and stated that it is a bit more complicated on both sides than what meets the eye, which means I do think we have conceded the fact that Lundstrom will not be staying at this football club. He also went on to say that contract situations are going to be parked up now until the end of the season, that being of course after the Scottish Cup final, but did hint that Leon Balogun could potentially get a new deal. A lot of people asking about him and if he should stay. Personally, I don't think he's the saviour that everyone's talking about. Yes, I do believe he's probably our best centre-back at this moment in time, but I don't necessarily think he's the answer going into next season. He shouldn't be our guy, to lead the back line going into next season. I don't mind him as backup. I do think he gets the club. I know that saying's coined about and tossed around a lot, but he does get the club, and I think that's important. He has the quality as well to back it up, but certainly we need to go into the summer and bring in a fair few additions in that centre-back position. But as stated, Clement has hinted that he could be extending his stay in Glasgow at Rangers, of course, but that will be addressed come the end of the campaign. If he puts in some more better performances, then of course that can put him in good stead. Now, following this, guys, we do have some huge transfer news coming from the gaffer herself, and other reports stating as well that Rangers are close to agreeing a deal with Lens for Cortez to extend his stay at the football club. Look, Philippe Clement did touch upon it, of course, in the press conference, and said that Rangers are in constant dialogue with the French club and are doing everything they can to keep Cortez. Cortez, of course, I think was probably one of our better signings that we've made over this sort of year. January, I thought Diomande was great as well, but Cortez really caught the eye for me. I thought he had everything that we want in a winger that we've lacked in recent years, what we all kind of thought Ryan Kent was. And I know he only had a short period of time to really prove that and show what he's got, but I think he showed a lot in those few games, and then of course was injured, and now Clement has confirmed that he's out to the rest of the season. But of course Clement has went on to say that they are trying to extend his stay, of course trying to negotiate and trying to get the deal down closer, and other reports are stating that Rangers are very confident in getting the deal done and that Cortez will be the first signing of the summer transfer window and will be back. Whether that's another loan, whether that's a cut price fee to buy him on a permanent transfer, that remains to be seen. But one thing is for certain, it does look like, one thing is for certain, we are in constant contact, we're in negotiations with Lens at this moment in time, but reports further afield are stating that Rangers will likely have him in the door again as the first summer signing, which I think is very, very exciting. I think he was hard done by, of course, to get injured, but we don't want to get our arses burnt with crooks, you know. I don't want Cortez, of course. I think he had a great period on loan so far, but getting injured and then we having to pay X amount in terms of transfer fees, and then in the summer he comes back and then gets injured again for another year, then we're going to get burnt. And we've been burnt in the past with regards to transfer fees, but also players that have got horrible injury records. So something that we have to do our due diligence for, but certainly one that very much excites me. And going into next season, I would love to see Oscar Cortez within this team, and it does seem as though we are going to be getting that deal over the line. But do let me know your thoughts on the whole Oscar Cortez situation. Do let me know your thoughts on Leon Balogun. Do you think he should be getting a new contract? And how many signings do we need to make come the end of the campaign? As stated, let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.